Thank you and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we want to discuss about research, and as your research guide, feel free to ask me any question in the comment section and also share your views on the topic of today. My name is Joash Oyugi. I'm a researcher, or you can call me your research assistant. I would like to discuss with us ways of making sure that your statement of the problem is uh, sharp, focused, precise, and pointed. Whichever level of education you are, statement of the problem is important as it will help in judging whether the research you conducted is worth it. Also, you must also show either your panelists or supervisors or even the funders. If you are having grants or you're applying for grants, you need to have a very solid statement of the problem. So also in academia, it is the most important part of writing your essay, or writing your thesis or a dissertation. So let's begin off. I want to give you 5 steps in making your statement of the problem stronger, more focused, and showing them that you have the skills needed in writing such a paper. Research papers in the form of dissertations, theses, or even project reports. So let's begin. Firstly, when you're writing a proposal, the statement of the problem is one of the most important steps you should write. In fact, it is recommended that you write it the first item ever before you proceed with other activities in as far as your thesis or a proposal is concerned. So firstly, you have to describe the current state of affairs. How are things? How is the ground? Or what is the situation that exists in your place? Or the status of a discipline you've chosen to address? That is very important. You can tell us how are things where you are? How is the situation? That is the most important step. So, in other words, you're supposed to explain the current state of affairs, the current situation. Second item to be very much concerned about is what problems are likely to arise with the current state of affairs, or which problems have always arisen in the current state of affairs. This is an important step because it helps you ground your research and show them that there is something you are aiming at solving, and it is important to be as clear as possible. Step number three, explain how previous researchers, because remember you're not the first researcher, so explain how previous researchers have attempted to solve that problem. How have they attempted to solve the problem? And if possible, explain their outcome. What has their outcome been? Because you remember, when you bring the outcome of a research that was conducted before you, you are trying to contextualize yours so that it addresses the remaining problem that was not addressed by the previous researchers. So explain what and how other researchers have responded to that problem and what they have found out. Number 4, discuss or describe the need for new research to be conducted. Why is your research necessary, especially at this time of the season or time in history? Why should it be done now? So that is the next thing you should explain. Why is the need for a research? Then finally, step 5, how will your research help solve the problem? Even if not fully, how will it partially solve that problem? I think with those 5, you shall have conquered the beast of writing statement of the problem. Let me give a summary or a recap of each of them. So number one, Describe the current state of affairs. 2. Discuss the problems that arises with the current state of affairs. 3. Explain how other scholars have tried to solve the current problem. 4. Explain the need for a research. 5. Discuss